Oh, I think I'm live now. I was recorded for 8 minutes on the device. Yeah, I was recorded for 8 minutes on the device. Now I have the legitimate connection here. Okay. So I think we're technically legitimately live now. Okay, I see the latency. All right. So I think I'm legitimately going on live now. I'm here. Wonderful Sabbath to everyone. Shalom. Fantastic Sabbath day for everyone who's observing Sabbath. And those who are not, shalom to you as well. You're not observing Sabbath, not yet anyways. More than welcome. Taking full advantage of the weather getting nicer before it gets incredibly hot later on in the year, but it's okay. Today's supposed to be of a high around 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Right now, currently, as we are 7:43 in the a.m., it's around 56 degrees. Still pretty good. Got my hoodie on, my hat on, as I'm sitting in the shade. It's always good to get outside. It's always wonderful to get outside. So my favorite times to come outside are on the weekends and the holidays because most people are still asleep. I know New York City is known as a city that never sleeps because there's always some activity during all hours of the night and day. Weekends and holidays, most people are still inside up until around 11, 12 o'clock is when people start getting up around to be busy like bees. That's where all the activity, more noise comes into play. So all these buildings you see in the background there, this is where most of us stay, in boxes. Most of us here work in boxes. Now I get to understand a consolidated amount of people here, a good amount of population can't spread out. So what we gotta do, we gotta build up in consolidated areas. Some buildings are better than others. And some got better amenities, some of them have newer plumbing, newer electricity, but whatever. Still, we're not made to stay in boxes. Now we can sustain ourselves. We were wonderfully created and engineered by Yahuwah Almighty, so we can survive and thrive certain places, but that doesn't mean that we are supposed to be in boxes. We work in boxes as well. Even think in boxes because we love to compartmentalize things. We love to put people in categories. And that often leads to erroneous judgments of people. We already have a certain mindset we come towards them. So you got to come outside that mental oppression that you put on others that is even put on you. Come outside physically. Get the sunlight, get the vitamin D. Maybe you could hear the breeze. Well, I have the wind suppressor on this mic that I'm using, so you may not hear the breeze as much. The breeze is great. You can see it with the leaves and the blades of grass I'm right by. Hopefully hear the birds chirping. It's wonderful to come outside. There is activity here because, after all, this is New York City. But this is a very good spot to always come and chill. If you can come to a place like this, especially in the morning, you should. It's wonderful. Now, it feels like I got something in my throat. I'll take that as a cue to allow you guys to enjoy the quietness for the time being. Whatever that speck of whatever seems to be lifted up, hopefully. You're on the device is 16 minutes, but the stream's 8 minutes. Let's go and read Proverbs 4. As you watch the background, you hear the train in the background passing over the Manhattan Bridge. Children, listen to the discipline of a father, and give attention to no understanding. For I gave you good instruction. Do not forsake my Torah. For I was my father's son, tender and the only one in the eyes of my mother. Then he taught me and said to me, let your heart hold fast to my words, guard my commands, and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget, and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not leave her, and let her guard you. Love her, and let her watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is get wisdom, and with all you're getting, get understanding. Exalt her and let her uplift you. She bring you esteem when you embrace her. She gives your head a wreath of esteem. She shields you with an adorning crown. Hear, my son, and accept my words, and let the years of your life be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in straight paths. When you walk, your steps shall not be hindered, and if you run, you shall not stumble. Hold fast to wisdom. Do not let go. Watch over her, for she is your hide. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evildoers. Avoid it. Do not pass by it. Turn away from it and pass on. For they do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone fall. For they have eaten the bread of wickedness, and they drink the wine of violence. But the path of righteous is the light of dawn that shines ever brighter into the perfect day. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know at what they stumble. My son, listen to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Let them not depart from your eyes. Guard them in the midst of your heart, for they are high, which is life, to those who find them, and healing to all their flesh. Watch over your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the sources of high. Turn away from you a crooked mouth, and put perverse lips far from you. Let your eyes look forward, and your eyelids look straight before you. Consider the path of your feet, and all your ways are established. Do not turn to the right or the left. Turn your foot away from evil. Continue with Proverbs 5. My son, listen to my wisdom. Incline your ear to my understanding, so as to watch over discretion, and your lips guard knowledge. For the lips of a strange woman drip honey, and her mouth is smooth and oily. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lay hold of the grave. She does not consider the path of high, her ways are unstable. You do not know it. So now, listen to me, children, and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Keep your way far from her, and do not come near the door of her house, lest you give your splendor to others, and your years to one who is cruel. Lest strangers be filled with your strength, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. Then you shall howl in your latter end, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and say, how I have hated discipline, and my heart has despised reproof. And I have not heeded the voice of my teachers, and I have not inclined my ear to those who instructed me. In a little while I was in all evil, in the midst of an assembly and a congregation. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your springs be scattered abroad, rivers of water in streets, let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be Baruch, and rejoice with the wife of your youth, a loving deer and a pleasant doe. Let her breast satisfy you at all times, and be captivated by her love always. For why should you, my son, be captivated by a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a foreigner? For the ways of man are before the eyes of Yahuwah, and he considers all his paths. The wicked is entrapped in his own wickednesses, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. He dies for lack of discipline, and in the greatness of his folly he goes astray. Well, these are ones that I read before, actually on my channel, when I was born a Control Studio. And I have it back with images to help convey the message. You know, I'm not a big fan of how much AI is used for art and even voiceovers. It has its purposes, definitely has its purposes and uses. But it should never be a replacement. It should never be a thing to go to automatically. We have our own creativity. We have our own minds. We have our own voices. But we should use this. We should use these things that Yah made for us. It's made for a reason. But of course, unfortunately, we do forget. We forget about the Father. We forget about involving. So we're going to easily forget our purpose here. We have to look to Him for our purpose here. Look to Him for our value. We're going to give our own self value. We're going to give other people value. We see value, unfortunately, how well you may look. Because you can be very in shape looking. Internally, your organs could be really damaged by your lifestyle. What you put or don't put in your body. But outside you look great. You can have amazing drip. You can have all the nice name brand names on. This is how people give you value. This is how we give ourselves value. Give ourselves value by the place we live at, how nice it is. Now don't get me wrong, I am not saying that we're not supposed to enjoy nice things. We are. But we're not supposed to make that the foundation of our character. We're not supposed to make it the foundation of our goals, of our value. You know, we even look at the status, what job you got, how much money you making, or how much streams of income you got. You know, I could easily say, yeah, because I don't have thousands of subscribers. So a lot of people, you know, they make their channel as a basic business venture. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're doing that and you're giving information of basically guidance, because we have all types of channels for all types of things. People who are engineers, people who are cooks, who are culinary experts, are very good at it. People who do fishing, you know, sure. But then when it comes to giving people guidance, when it comes to giving people information, how to improve themselves, but then you have to always start with Yahuwah, because many people will come up and talk about the problems that many people will gravitate to, and they'll either not give a solution, they'll just talk about the problem, or they'll give you their version of a solution, which is adding to the problem. This is why we always have to ground ourselves in Yah. So with my channel, yeah, like I mentioned before, I don't have thousands of subscribers. But I only care about pushing the word to Yah. I know there are many other channels that do this, but if you are moved to do something, then you do it. I may not have a set budget for editors and studio and all these things that many people do. That doesn't mean I can't do it. I have the equipment. I've been blessed to attain and acquire the equipment. So I do it. I don't have thousands of subscribers, but I am grateful for the subscribers that I do have. I'm grateful for the people who care enough to want to hit subscribe and look at my videos. And many people I know personally, many people I don't know personally, but I appreciate every one of you who even view. I mean, not even the subscribers, because all the people who watch my videos are not subscribers, but I appreciate that. So no, my intent is to not make it a business venture. Sure, I can. Why not? That's not the value of everything. The value I see is to ensure that at least to one person that comes across me personally, or comes across my content, at least consider Yahuwah, to at least be exposed to him. I hope I do a good job, because I may not be as knowledgeable as everyone else or anyone else that's out there. I may not be as charismatic as many people who are out there. I may not have as much content. I haven't done any major speaking engagements, but speaking engagements that I've been invited to, I've done. is major enough for me. Whereas if I can convey a proper message and it's received well, even by one person, then yeah, I've done my job, and hopefully in the best manner that Yah would approve of, that Yah has instilled in me. Same way how other people, whatever talents and abilities and opportunities that He gives to you, utilize it. Again, I'm not saying it's bad to have nice things. If you can get it, if it's what you're blessed with to get. Nice car, get you some expensive trip, affording a nice place, affording multiple places, then sure, yes, utilize it. But always remember, put Him first. Put Him first. And the fortunate thing is that too many of us put our values, like I said before, in the wrong places. And then maybe when we get exposed to certain things, because we're not centered in Yah, this now takes over our mindset. This takes over our direction. We kind of forget. Still be humble. You can have grand things, but still be humble. But don't make the pursuit of grand things, of what you may perceive to be grand things, take humility away from you. Yahushua HaMashiach is very humble. Came from some amazing heights and humbled Himself to be here, to sacrifice Himself, to sacrifice the position that He had in heaven, sacrifice all the powers and abilities that He had available to Him just to save us, to provide us with a way to follow, and to show us we have to be humble. He ain't come down with mighty armies. He could have had armies behind Him when He came to this existence that would have blown our minds away. But He didn't. He did it in the most humble fashion. As much heavenly riches He had behind Him, that blows away any amount of jewels or money or assets we have here. Is nothing compared to heaven. Sacrifice that to come down here for us. It's what a leader is supposed to be. And we all have the potential to be leaders in different manners, different ways. But we always have to be humble. Appreciate all the good things. Let me see if I go through that. Away from my live stream page. Let's see, did that fudge anything up? Nope, still going. That's great. I don't have any. Oh, it says chat disconnected. Oh, okay, so if I went away, I got it. I get it. On my channel, I don't have any viewers right now, but here I have plenty of viewers. Plenty of people that walked past me that was looking at me. looking at me reading. Had a good amount of birds, little robins come through here. I think you might have seen some a couple times. Perch on the table right before me. Yeah, a squirrel that came through here. So I don't have viewers on my channel just yet, but there you go. There go viewer right here. You're probably like the only person that's probably up right now that I may know. Helicopter flying pretty close overhead. So I think this is probably like the first legitimate successful live stream I had, because I had others where I had it live streamed, but I don't think on the channel it was actually broadcasted as I was live. So yeah, I know a lot of people have done a lot of live streams and have money donated and stuff, but for me, this is a milestone to actually have the equipment that worked properly to do a live stream. I guess what that means, I can do much more going forward. Yeah, it is a nice shot. That's why I came and parked my butt right here. That's the reason why I got some of the equipment that I got, just so I can just come basically on the fly. So yes, there's a lot of things that I don't like how technology is used, but I still like technology. But this is one of the things I'm grateful for. Now, I don't need a whole rig. I don't have to bring my whole laptop and a mirrorless computer and hook it up and get the drivers and get a mixer board, and I don't got to do all that anymore. It's called pop-up bomb. This is one of the spots I was set up. It's one of the spots I was set up to do the time lapse. Probably over there in the right corner, in the left corner. I set up shop, and many people I've seen too would have their cameras as well. So before sunrise, you tend to see a lot of photographers in certain key spots. Some people, they about it. They have apps and all that stuff. They have people who know how to look at the thing. Thankfully, I have an app to track the sun and all that thing, so I don't have to do the calculations myself. But this is why I know areas like this to get good shots. Oh yeah, just so I guess. Well, the audio that I'm using is from the DJI wireless mic that is synced to. I have a DJI Osmo. That's what I'm utilizing for this live stream. Now the Osmo itself, like native audio, is actually pretty good on its own. I was very, very impressed with how it sounds. But of course, with the wireless mic, plus I got the wind suppressant on it. The wind suppressant cuts down on the wind. It is a little bit breezy, but it ain't crazy breezy. But it picks up things. It's not a condenser mic or a cardioid mic, but it picks up sound very good. It's a couple of dollars to get it, but it's not too bad. But yes, I'm very pleased I'm able to do this. There are many times where I'm here. I'm here by myself early because everybody else is usually sleeping. It'd be great if people could come here at a time when it's not crowded, where it's easier to get a parking spot if you do drive down here. It's not as busy, not as noisy. Just to come here and chill. Just be in the environment, be in the moment. There's people here, up and about, so it's not crazy. A little off camera to the left is the carousel here, called Jane's Carousel. Of course, it's going to be very nice today in the 70s, so best believe it's going to be very crowded here. You can see the shot. You can see wedding pictures here. Of course, it's a good spot, especially early in the morning, again, before the rest of New York gets up and comes around. As much as we live in boxes and buildings and always inside with recycled and processed air, people love to come outside. Even the miserable people, they like to come outside. They like to sit on their stoop, open the window, sit up on the windowsill and look at everybody, go to the park, hang on the corner. People love to be outside. No, you don't have to be a Subaru driver. You don't have to be a hardcore all holistic vegan to enjoy the outdoors. You don't have to have been born on a barn or a farm. Don't matter. We are made to traverse this wonderful earth. Be outside. This is what y'all made. So I'm not a fan of the indoor fluorescent lighting. I don't really care for it. If I use lighting, I'd rather incandescent lighting. Probably less harsh on the eyes. Feels more warm. But if I can get natural light in, if I'm inside anywhere, I'd rather the natural light. You see little by little, there's more and more activity, people walking past. And it's fantastic to see people are actually walking their dogs on leashes. It's absolutely amazing. People are adhering to the rules. Thank you very much, you New Yorkers that are here with your dogs, not having them wild and off the leash. I appreciate it. Of course, one of the trains passing over the Manhattan Bridge. I can only imagine how this would be if they didn't have trains here. I guess I'm used to the sound. I would rather, especially for I think I tried to record something, a podcast long ago, a couple times, and that train sound was very annoying. Because it was a more powerful mic, so it was sounding way louder than I desired it to be. But either way, again, because this is a very good shot being outdoors by the water and the structures in the back, the bridge, the clouds, the buildings in the backdrop, the greenery where I'm sitting at right now. This is a pretty good mixture of a good spot, especially New York City. A lot of good places to go to. You just got to venture out. It's amazing to me that so many people have never really ventured out of the borough of Brooklyn. Yeah, Brooklyn has a lot of things. I mean, technically, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But to venture out of Brooklyn, some people never left New York City. Some people have never even been upstate New York. Some people have never really gone to other states. And there's so much more out there. I'm not even talking about other countries. It's just going out, seeing how the difference, the pace of life is, the difference in cost of living, the difference in the quality of air, the difference in how the quality of people are. Even if you go to Long Island, there's a bit of a difference. It's like a New York City extension. It's not really New York out there, but it's an extension of New York City. People should have their passports so they could go to another country, see how things are. So the further we get in the morning, the more activity we get. You got the regular chirpy birds, you got the robins, and because we're out of water, we're going to get ducks, you can get the seagulls. That sound like they're laughing. So over here is like a great shot. Experience everything. Got the man-made structure is in the back, got the trains, the occasional helicopter. This is a great combination. This is why people pay big tons and tons and tons of money to live around an area like this. Just for the view and the ambience. It's not like they live over here to get the freshest fish. I'm not gonna trust any fish up a lot of this water. It's not like they get the best quality. Well, more inland Brooklyn, yeah, I guess over here would be, a bit better quality than New York City. What is this button? See if I can share a link. Hopefully without compromising the stream. And it's not the time to be trying to experiment with stuff. It says share a link, but it's not letting me do it. Yeah. I think some birds come over here because they see me sitting here, so they expect, I guess people feed birds all the time, so they probably come to see if I got food. I got no food here, sorry. Sucks, but it's okay. It's not really chilly. It's kind of chilly. It's breezy. Plus, I'm in the shade. Still trying to see if I can throw this link, but I don't see anything here to share, and I don't want to navigate away from this page, so I don't want to mess up my stream by doing something I need to be doing while I'm streaming. I mean, we got Mr. Martin here. Same time, thankfully, I don't have a whole bunch of views giving me money, so I guess if it does cut off, it cuts off. I was asked to shout out Sonia. She about to actually go work at the volunteer at a shelter, an animal care center. Is that the one I've been in before? I think I've been to them. It's been quite some time. Is that the one I saw? Is that the one on Linden? I've been to a few of them. But yeah, shout out to Sonia for volunteering her time to be a volunteer, because these animals need help. Remember, in the garden, that's what Adam did. He took care of the animals. Even though a lot of animals here are kind of wild, many of them still need our help. And I'd like to thank people like Sonia for taking her time. So she's a volunteer, so she's not getting paid for this. You know, everyone says time is money, but you know, time isn't always about money. It's about what you do with it, and she's actually helping to spay, helping to neuter, helping to care for animals, helping to keep them clean, helping to keep them healthy, helping them to hopefully have a loving home. So Sonia, thank you very much. I appreciate you for what you do. Still trying to struggle with trying to share this. And it's not, oh, there it is. I had to rotate the screens. I'm actually administering. Nope. It's got to read that just now. See, hopefully I didn't. Take this back. Close that. Bring it back. Okay. Just got a message here. See, look at this. See, this is the beautiful thing about technology. I could navigate to other pages, and it's still going without the use of a big rig I got to set up with a power system and all types of stuff. This is fantastic. Well, as long as my battery lasts, anyways. Time has value higher than money, correct? Time has way more value. Way more value. Yeah. That's what the process is about. People say trust the process. You can't take shortcuts because there is value in actually taking the time to spend, to do things, to build things up, to build yourself up, reading, learning. There's value in the experience, value in sharing time with people, value in actually doing things. Which, yes, of course, there's times when there's only one of us, and many people say, I'll just throw money at it. Yeah, that could help a bit, but that's not everything. We don't learn things by doing the shortcut ways. That's why people are like, we're trying to find a way. I want to lose weight. I want to take this pill and lose weight. And it's like, nah, we are made in the constraints of time. Consistency is everything. You be consistent with not eating right, you get the results from it. You get the consistency of eating right, you see the results. The consistency of actually, like I'm doing, making a channel, practicing what I have. You gain more knowledge, you gain more experience. You see the experiences that you don't like, that you may consider a failure. It's not really a failure if you learn from it. Yeah, you can say, oh man, I wasted time because I should have did it like this, or I would never did this if I known, but it's okay. You learned. If you learn and you apply it, this is what people gain wisdom from and discernment. Can't get it from shortcuts. We do shortcuts all the time, and we don't appreciate the resources we got. We don't appreciate the time. People always gotta move, gotta be fast, gotta be doing this, gotta be doing that. So yeah. Time definitely is way more precious and important than we think that we give it credit to. Usually when we lose time, when the time has passed with certain things, when we feel the impact of, we should have did this, should have been doing that. But if you're given an opportunity, always utilize it. Utilize it to the best of your ability. And always link that to who will want you to do with it. What do we do with our time? Yeah, unfortunately, we're in a broken position, so there's many things that we won't waste time on. Spend a lot of time being idle, but when we're aware, utilize it more. Utilize it much better than we are usually used to. And then many people will unfortunately abuse that and make that as an excuse. Where if you're working somewhere, you're supposed to be working. As soon as you step foot in your place of employment, you're supposed to be working non-stop for those 8 hours. No, a lot of people will figure that you're supposed to be busy all the time. No, that's not what we're supposed to be doing either. The key is always working smarter, not harder. Yeah, it's time to put in the work. You put in the work. Many people are places where they're stressed. I've been somewhere where it's stressed, where every day you have me going 100 miles a second. I said, if we have to be doing this on a regular, then something is wrong. And too many people love to celebrate that. Oh, you hard worker, you hard worker, you work hard, you work. Okay, that's cool, but you're not supposed to be working yourself to the bone. You're not supposed to just envelop yourself and that's all you do. You have other things that you have to focus on too. And most of the time when we doing that, most of the time, working for other people. Now there's people who have their own businesses who do that. At the same time, those people who have their own business, they have a lot more appreciation and understanding of time itself. So, they'll work to get the business to a certain degree, but they'll get to a point eventually like, okay, I can't be doing this as much as I'm doing. Whereas people who work for business offices, that's what they're used to. That's what this culture promotes. So they figure if I work super hard, I'm going to get noticed above my peers and hopefully get a chance to get promoted, to make more money, to get recognized. I'm not supposed to be doing that. I'm not supposed to be doing that either. Oh, there, coming up, I'm seeing someone. The first person that doesn't have their dog on a leash. I mean, it seemed like a well-behaved dog because the dog actually is carrying the leash, its own leash in its mouth, and the person is calling it, and of course the dog is not responding, which is why you need to have your dog on a leash. Now, it's not an aggressive dog. It's not really an aggressive breed. I know a lot of people would have the reservations of certain breeds are looked at as aggressive, but it is what it is. But this dog is not listening. This is why you have to have the leash with your dog. The guys here calling the dog, and the dog just stopped. The dog is the boss. The dog is the boss here. Nope, he's sitting back down. I ain't going nowhere. I don't care how much you call me. I don't care how much you feed me at home. But anyways, the dog is sitting laying down. It's all right. It's all right. It's not a wild dog off the leash, so I guess it's cool. So I'm kind of looking. The feed I'm looking at on my channel dashboard, it has a bit of a delay. So I guess as I was talking with someone who was standing there in the shot for a while, I was looking at the delayed playback. It's a very delayed playback. Probably, but whatever. here. I appreciate you joining me. This fantastic location for any photography and videography. I don't think I've ever been here in the nighttime like that, to be honest. So I wonder how it must look, especially on a very nice night. But usually I'm around these parts in the daytime. In the morning, the sun is up and big and bright. I was in a spot that, again, many New Yorkers, when I'm on Brooklyn, the Brooklyn side, many people in Brooklyn don't even come to like that. People just don't know. Don't venture out to certain parts. Wake up, eat their breakfast, venture out to whatever parts they know, go here, go there, and then go back. A lot of chill spots here in the city. As wild as this city is, as wild and unruly many people are, there are many chill spots here, many great things to take advantage of here. There still is. The only thing is, as much things as I don't like, there's a lot of things that I do like. What about where and when you go? Some places that one would behoove them to not venture to. See this right here? This is kind of me right here. I like being outside, like being peaceful, as peaceful as New York City can get. I enjoy listening to the birds. I enjoy looking at the birds. They are very entertaining, especially little robins. Like that song from Bob Marley, Three Little Birds. I always think about that when I see them, because many times you see them in threes when they're chilling. They're sitting there talking with each other. Conversation, squabbling, whatever it is, they are very entertaining. I think out of all the bird species, I don't know all the names of all of them, but I know how they look. Those are the most entertaining ones out of all of them. At least I find so. I just forgot I have pockets. My hands are over here get a little bit cold. Thankfully I got this hoodie on. And at least over here, even though you might have seen maybe one or two people with a t-shirt on each side. I don't know if I have. I think we're with the jogging. So they're moving and their blood is pumping and circulating. So it ain't t-shirt worthy, not just yet. Maybe in a couple of hours it'll get there. A couple more hours it'll get there. So the stream is like, let me see, I think the official stream was a little bit under an hour, 53 minutes. Again, this is kind of like a trial run. I think this is the first legitimate live launch broadcast that I had. So I finally got the settings together. I had a whole lot of banging my head against the wall trying to figure out what's going on. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't have all the right tutorials. So I finally figured it out, got it together. So again, for me, it's kind of like this is a milestone moment. So at least now I know how to properly do this stuff and I have the means to do it. Yeah. Could probably do certain live streams in certain places at any given time. But I mean, you could do it on your phone. Everyone who has a cell phone with network connection could do a live stream like that. But I like utilizing this this feature I have with my Osmo. I bought it to use it, and now I'm going to use it. I'm noticing in the backdrop over there, the FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt Drive. Notice a little bit uptick in more cars. It's still super early. It's just 8:37 on a Saturday morning, beautiful Sabbath morning. So I see a little bit more activity, local foot traffic-wise and vehicular traffic-wise. A little uptick, but it's nowhere near how it usually is on a weekday around this time. Totally different atmosphere. Just get a little bit more support for people watching the stream. Much appreciated for the people who are watching, who have logged in. But yeah, we out here, y'all. We are out here enjoying life, even though I know a lot of people who are here may not know who he is. A lot of people here, they know all about it. My jobs, I mean, I'm not at the point where, I can stand up and start speaking about scriptures to everyone. Not just yet. But anyone who is any kind of communication, conversation, and even looking at my channel, I hope that I can expose you in some way, shape, or form. From my character, kind of information I may not have known, or just the simplicity of knowing what life is and what the value is and where all this goes, where it comes from. What's the end game to all this? Get to the simplicity of it, because Yah did all the hard work really already. We just got to follow him and put forward what he put in us. The biggest gripes is hard to not get frustrated. Is like you see all of this we could accomplish, but how much better it would be if we weren't about just getting money or about greed, if we actually were compassionate. All of us, as I say, it's Sabbath now. I know many people don't observe Sabbath, but it was made for everybody. Everything that Yah puts out is for everyone. So imagine if we had that compassion, if we had that patience, if everything we did was for legitimate and betterment for everyone. Not a company looking to increase its profit margin and selling a story saying that, we're making a product or a service that's going to improve things. Yeah, but you're trying to make money. And you're going to try and make more money. You make more money now. You exploit people. Exploit resources. Imagine if we didn't do that. We used a resource. We made sure that we didn't burn the resource out and exploit it. So we even had vehicles. Vehicles may not require as much fossil fuel. Been had legit solar energy, would have had and other types of energy we could have tapped into that would not destroy the planet, cause waste, or cause the exploitation of other people, especially with these electric vehicles, these batteries, all these resources that people get exploited for. So, fancy stuff. Unfortunately, we're too caught up in it. So it'd be very hard to see an existence without it. But there's still goodness here. Try to focus on that. Thankfully, there are a lot of people who are here who do want to focus that and seek out problem truth, seek out talents. Enjoy it however we can, whatever we can. There's a whole lot of humility in that. I guess even coming here is why so many other people come here as well. Get away from the noise. Get away from what they're usually around. Their office building. Their box that they live in. Let me get off my block. Let me come over here, get some fresh air. Let me touch some grass. Let me see a little bit of the bigger picture somewhat. With everyone who has popped in, who's still looking, I appreciate you very much. Very, very much. You can enjoy the birds as I'm enjoying it. The sunlight, the breeze of open air. Of course, it's great looking at it. It's even better being out here. It's one thing to look at things on social media, on TV, but nothing beats the experience of actually being somewhere. I'm going for over an hour. That's wild. Got some technology where I got battery life to sustain over an hour live stream. I have nothing plugged in. This is just off of my Osmo, gimbal camera, and my cell phone. And I'm using my cell phone basically as my rig to control the stream and to provide the connectivity for the stream. So this is an awesome feat for me to see. It's been over an hour. And I still have a decent amount of battery life. Now I may have to end the stream soon because I'm going to have to use the bathroom. I got to figure out where I'm going to go so I don't do the pee dance. Where I'm at, this is Brooklyn Bridge Park. Brooklyn Bridge Park, basically in the Dumbo area. So where I'm sitting at literally is in between the Manhattan Bridge, which is what you see, and the Brooklyn Bridge, which is behind me. Technically, I'm sitting at a bench. They have benches set up here by what they call Jane's Carousel. So it's a merry-go-round that's encased in a glass structure. People come to pay money for. Yes, fun fact. So again, I'm here, Brooklyn Bridge Park area. It's not super busy yet. I think I've been here in the afternoon. There's a whole lot more people, and especially when the weather's fantastic. There's a lot of people out here. Many times I see police boats. Many times I see barges. One time I saw some weird thing in the water. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was alive, but I saw something big. I think police boat was kind of tracking it, so it was probably some kind of debris. So you tend to see certain things. It's interesting, it's eye-catching. So I can understand when people come to certain places and just chill and watch activity. So I'm over there first thing over the photo shoot. Yeah, I came years ago. I haven't done time lapses in a long time, but this is one of the spots I would come to set up for a time lapse to catch the sunrise. That was before I went and got that app to trace exactly where the sun is going to be positioned. I would kind of just eyeball it. So many times I went somewhere where, I'm in a certain spot where I thought I would see the sun, but because I didn't know the exact position, it wasn't the greatest shot. So there were times where I went on the Brooklyn Bridge. I did get one time. I think once or twice I went up there. But this was a long time ago. I haven't done time lapses in a long time. But this is a fantastic spot for a photo shoot, because people are out here right now doing photo shoots. People taking their bridal pictures. There's pictures for the sake of taking pictures. I saw someone taking one of the graduation photos. I said that people have a whole wardrobe crew that has them set up to take pictures of them. So this is a perfect spot. This is a fantastic spot to take pictures. Of course, it's naturally, I would love to do, I did do a podcast, I think, one time with production years ago, but the microphone I use is picking up the train that goes over the Manhattan Bridge. A little too much for my liking. But yes, over here in the corner, I'd love to set up my little table with my rig and get the backdrop of the boats and the bridge. It's been fantastic. But the train is just too loud. But that's New York. That's New York for you. Now, I did originally want to utilize my 360 camera so it could be interactive, so you could do. I may do that next time, but I don't think I could sync it with my wireless microphone. I'll try that to see if it does work, because I'd rather have the audio on the microphone so the audio sounds better. So me talking, 360 camera, I'm not too certain how well the audio is overall. If there's like a gust of wind, if I can pick that up too much. But either way, it has audio. I'll try that so it can be an interactive thing. Maybe in the same spot or somewhere else. Anywhere that has a lot of visual activity for you guys who are watching me now and watch me in the future. I'll talk about you and your boys. You guys are very entertaining. Of course, this is a legitimately great area for a lot of people who have drones. Some people who have drones. We're getting a lot of shots, which of course, it is definitely off limits now. They do have the tech to find your drone and find you. But years ago, when everyone was scared to death of drones, this is one of the spots that people would fly over. Because, of course, this is a fantastic spot. Especially over the bridges, over the water, buildings. This is like a priceless shot over here. So, just feasting your natural God-given eyes, or you got a camera, it's fantastic over here for all the visuals. But I appreciate the endorsement, Mr. Martin, for getting to jump on here. Appreciate other people who has popped in. I am about to wrap this up. So I apologize for taking the ambiance away from you, but I thank you. I thank you for joining me and checking me out. Because, nature is about to call. And I gotta go make sure I find somewhere before I start doing the P dance. Everyone likes to dance, but the P dance no one wants to do. And no one wants to see you doing it either. So before I get to that point, I'm going to bid you all adieu, and I thank you. I thank you very much. I mean, this is kind of impromptu, but I have the equipment, so I just popped up and did it, see how it goes. Thank you for seeing how it goes with me. Always look at my channel. I will always look just to try my best to be more consistent. You know, we had a lot of different things and incidents that happened that kind of put a pause on it, but I'm looking to do more. Keep an eye out for my channel for notifications if you're not subscribed, so you get to pop up, you know, whenever I put something new out there, or whenever I just happen to go live. You get a, hey, Brooklyn Baritone is live. You want to check it out? You know, and I'm not going to go live, you know, inside my house with the camera pointing at the wall and nothing like that. It's going to be outside, you know, somewhere like this, or I can actually do like the legit live, you know, broadcast. Put up as like an episode. But anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Catch y'all next time. Next time when I pop up, be here with me. All right, y'all. Take care.